into what we're seeing from Heretics. What do you make of it? Just, you know, eye test.
2-0 for pistols for Gentlemates.
I'm very confused why we're seeing Sky. I'll be honest, like I don't think there's any synergies between Sky and this composition. I like the
it's just the info.
I would love to see a breach here instead of the Sky.
But then you're guessing.
They're gonna have to prove to me in the server like why they picked the Sky, basically.
And again, that's kind of what we're here to do, because for Heretics, traditionally we haven't seen too much of them in this map either. This was not really something that was played in there.
Yeah, very nice. They go for a classic. Do you know what I liked about this? Most people, when they do this little bait, only put 2 people here. They go for 3. And this is actually one of the most common pistols that used to go down. Used to be Demon 1 and Boostio play here with Boostio jump spotting, right? And the fact that we actually have 3 here, I like that little change up. Very nice.
Nice work from Heretics there.
I think back to my point about, like, usually you see the Sova and the Fade played on this map because of their drones. And we have a drone from Teo, like a very strong
poor
drone.
dudes, man. They're so sick, aren't they?
So the drone in some instances, but I think on this map is more than enough. And I think the breach on this map is already a very strong agent, and it only combos, like it only is elevated by Teo.
Okay,
so it's like
2-1. Yeah. And they're allowed 1 death, kind of. Maybe 3.
Maybe there are things that they've got that I'm kind of unaware of.
Miniboo potentially trying to get his ult early.
And if we're going to hold them to the highest of standards, which we should be,
instant damage to take a main control.
Right, because again, the other regions are looking good, so
yeah.
They kind of just do double info and then the duel.
The Teo being used for the A main control. We're going to be playing that 3 towards A. We can use the Teo drone to do things like this. Push out. And then on the other side of the map, I suspect for a lot of the game we're going to use the Sky and the Cypher to hold strong. And here we see a crunch coming down.
Damn, late crunch as they realize they're over towards Dish.
On this one. I don't think they expected to explore that much further.
Dude, and then just as they're like worrying about behind, this was a cool late crunch.
So it wasn't just the drone, it was the Sky Flash. So
yeah, they realized they started
sides, and it looks like part of their game plan might
aggro
be to
top side,
continue these south side crunches,
north side,
depending on what information they get on what side.
Okay, if they bring it in proactively, then I'm all aboard this. I guess the info off the back of the flash is viable as a way to do it. Boo gonna look to keep this one very, very clean. And Benji gets there in the end. Lovely stuff for them. 5 still standing.
It's gonna be a pretty good bonus. You got 3 rifles, 2 Spectres.
Course correction after a really rough map 1.
Do they want to send it? The comp should be pretty good at like top side crunch if they wanted to go for it.
Like backsides on other maps, like we can go aggressive and do big things. So on this bonus round, I expect something big. And we can see Heretics already grouping up for 4 on B, some kind of push potentially.
Yes, this should do.
Big fight towards tree.
Yeah, we'll see.
Alright, dude, we're gonna get a 7-person duel at tree.
Deadly little bonus. Still got that Vandal on Miniboo, so he's the one who could be the kind of main one to bring this in. And yeah, already springing in, taking a lot of space, willing to challenge on it. You can see all the util really forcing them.
Very nice. It's the Jing classic.
That is stunning.
Yeah, that's one we haven't seen for a while. It feels like just yesterday Defo was doing that to me.
You've been on the receiving end.
He went for Defo?
And it's nice kind of getting some of these throwbacks mentally to this map, because again, you guys were one of the forerunners at it. EG back in the day, we had some really strong teams, so seeing some of those little elements early on being brought back. Now, is this going to equate to a misread here? I'm not too sure. Because I think the drone did catch a little bit of info,
man.
But Boo still holding some really solid ground, and Cadaver making a bit of a meal of it. Makes now Rienza's life a little bit easier, can focus on the one side. And this is the bonus.
Not playing isolated over towards site.
Well.
They're playing very good at the moment.
Yeah,
I like this little push.
Welcome anywhere.
Damage, Sky Flash, double satchel to the top, C over. And then the 2 that did the damage were holding the smoke, they decided to push through.
Towards this site, up against the Cypher still. Got all the util in play. Going through several.
This is strong pause as well, this smoke.
But Miniboo just sitting just on the corner of that smoke.
Really nice.
That spray was lovely. Taking away Robbie as well. And Zipan's options have gone from some to near on none. And Rienz might be the one to get it. He is. Heretics looking like themselves again here in the end zone, flawless.
Yeah, a complete mirror of what we saw in Abyss, where mates went up early with the pistol, converted the bonus. Heretic looking.
God, look at the movement on it though. This is one of the cleanest I've seen it done, to be fair.
And it's a good map, as I said, to do that kind of thing on. Like seeing the aggression from Heretics. Like last map, they weren't scared, but they weren't fearless, I don't think. Yes. And this is a map where you can be fearless, and you're rewarded on this defense for it.
And I'm just so happy seeing Miniboo bounce right back in. It feels like a night and day performance, right? Already super comfortable, plans in mind. And Jens is in the right place for this, but Sheriff's on the other side. He's got the support here. Ult ready for mini boot. There we go. That should be enough of an alert here.
Yeah.
At least for now.
The camera deep though, there's always some kind of info somewhere.
Like this,
And they want info non-stop. Yeah, they lose this, instant reaction to drone out, Sky.
Towards site, Rien's just farming from down below, Woot there with him. Just temporary crossfire set up really diligently, very hard to divide and conquer coming in towards this site.
Looks like a lot of thought have gone into this from Heretics, by the way.
Heretics
They got pro scores and they got info everywhere. And they know what their reaction is every single time.
This is the round.
Yeah, lose dish control, insta drone. We had camera aggro.
The stairs push from Heretics called mates.
This was sick from Woot as well.
Unfortunate way that just one angle over the top. And the rounds like this, it's just those low buys.
And once you know the 3 smokes are committed from Brim as well, you know they're like 100% hitting. That's what it kind of comes down to when you have Brim v Brim or Brim against anyone. Once those smokes are in, you're just trying to stop them from getting through the point. Because if you can get through their smokes and hold your smoke, that it's pretty much a round. Unless the duelist absolutely sends it in OG.
Close as anything. He actually takes a little bit of damage himself, but now forced away, and the operator will be.
That's why you always see Brim rotates, right? On defense.
Yeah, very slow approach from mates. Looks like we're going to go for some kind of B crunch. But again, the proactivity from Miniboo.
Yeah, re-aggressing, and he might get the timing right.
Are they going to get stunned?
Miniboo just really close corner, would be hard to clear, but the camera's watching for it.
That was sick.
That's where
Nicely
it falls
done.
apart.
Cool.
Cadavra catching both. Finding Benji
Yeah,
first
and they're first round where they kind of punish the proactiveness, so it's pretty good.
Boo trying to get some pressure on the backlines, but look at the stall out here. Really frustrating for him. Woot might be overwhelmed through the smoke as well. The flash is
Before the stun, yeah, I think he knew he was going to take the ping out.
But it could have been any. And Rien's and Boo, their position should
I mean, he was ready to stun for
really
Arcade if they took
considered.
contact.
Very few options.
Then obviously that's just the easy reaction.
Can you slip around the side of it? I don't even think so. Might be time to call it on this one. I don't know what else you're gonna get
might be
through
worth
from
doing
it.
some damage though. It's not like you guys are lacking any kind of money. Are they scared of giving them ults?
Some of the best teams in Fracture use.
Maybe.
It's good to see that Mates has that in their wheelhouse.
And I do now wonder about repeatable success, because we have seen now real proactivity from Heretics, which is fine, but you even question mark that operator this early. It can be used fine, but it didn't really find its footing here. Do you think they can just bounce back by not running it, or do you think this kind of proactive approach is something they want to run again and again?
I think after that first miss, I think that on the weak side, they only had 2 on that B side. To get proactive again was a mistake. The people on A main were the people who got proactive later. We didn't quite see it because we're kind of
happened in the first map. Gentleman's does have a really good abyss, to be honest. It's had a lot of thought into it.
More coordinated across the map.
It was one of the better defense abysses I've seen. It's probably the best defense I've seen with that comp, for sure.
A little bit of like overzealousness, fearlessness maybe. But
yeah. And you kind of let them have one round of it, I feel. We see how many they get away with, but such early map control from the Teo. It allows Woot to get one away from this ult so quickly.
Yeah, Fracture's a map where you need to be really thinking about these orbs.
Okay, so we're going for...
Figure out ways when they're like one away to always get them. And that Teo Salvas in A main is going to be one way. And again, we see this drone coming through.
Yeah, the drone gives them so much info.
So much coming towards them.
But these 2 on site might get wrecked though.
On here. Click could be a real issue. Benji might have to walk the smoke here in a second, or maybe just wait and hope that no one clears him just yet. Click's already gone down. Actually, Benji's rewarded, playing perfectly on the edge of the smoke there.
We're going to see a stomp on both maps, aren't we?
Rocket could find him, but no, in the end, they're fine. And Robbie and Zipan are left pretty much behind the wheel, but Robbie going to isolate Boo. Gets a pick on this. Zipan's got sight. He's a little worried about stairs. Oh my god, Robbie trying to make plays. The spike now
with the spike, but it's 2v3. It's like it doesn't matter too much.
Tough spot. 36
you have to try something. Western Me with the Prime. Thank you, the 14 months.
I don't hate him, just
30 seconds.
Like this reaction. This pose is cool. Close here, can't be seen from heaven, so it doesn't matter if they get heaven control. Maybe. I didn't. Honestly, I wasn't looking at anyone else. I was just looking at this guy. Looks like they got. Then everyone knows what they need to do once they lose one side.
Is he going for this one? Yeah, not going to happen. Benji just taking all that space away. Well timed and well positioned.
The site hold from Brians and Benji on this B site reminds me of their Sunset a little bit, where They play the Sova Cypher, and there's the same duo with their kind of creative. I'm sure they've been on the server together creating these little setups. And
yeah,
I think
like where do we go
mates,
once we
having
lose
to deal with
control?
it the first time ever without any footage is a lot easier to be like, okay, Benji pushed the cage here, he pushed the wire here, all we got to do is do this. Mates don't have that privilege. You're going to have to problem solve that on the fly. I do think deeper into the game, that kind of hard hold on B with the Sky and the Cypher shouldn't be too successful if it keeps happening. It does, to me, the B side of the map, you saw EG, famously, they would be off the site quite a lot when they're on the two-man side. And that
This
was
map
kind of
is
played
done.
more for a
They're
retake.
very drilled. They're very
Trying to
drilled on
hold
this
it
map.
is
I
more of
think
a
it's
mix, in
going to
my
be
opinion.
a convincing
so we'll see how that
scoreline.
plays later on. So far, so good, but you got to flag it.
This comp does get pretty strong once these ults start coming on online, so they'll have a couple of rounds.
Problems on the fly, because this does come down to kind of conversations between, I imagine, Robbie and the coaches and everyone else. Is this something they can fix or come up with quickly, or is this not a problem they can solve yet? Because we haven't really seen them in this position. We've seen a close game between them and Apex, but I don't think it was that sort of situation ever.
Do I like watching Abyss?
Yeah, I think
Not normally. This Abyss was fun. Sometimes Abyss is great. Sometimes Abyss really drags on. If teams know what they're doing or there's like a new comp, it's pretty fun. But it is like, it's kind of one-dimensional. Like it's not like you can have the best reactions on the map.
There to at least get the information of that and get that, yeah, pure Northside crunch. You can see it as well with that Sky Flash coming in, 5 players towards it. I don't know if there's going to be a call for speeding up, so I don't know how much info they really got away from it.
I think they need to accelerate here, and if they get the spike down as big, because Zipen has this Brim ult in the post.
Yeah, but Wood just got ult.
If the spike go down, it's going to be a rough retake.
What do we got for his ult?
Could be. For themselves, they've got
We're going to ult like this and then fast flood through Sky Flash, or are we waiting?
Maybe very aware of the potential, but an open main plant here. And aggression, Mini and Click trying to get proactive towards CT.
Bro,
and
every time they try and push somewhere, Miniboo's just putting them down.
The ult seems a little bit
3 in a row now. Robbie here, these two close.
This looks almost unwinnable, but maybe there's still something in them. But this ult
Yeah,
is deadly
okay,
here.
these are the
Can
kind of
clear through
ults
the
that make
site so
way
well,
more sense.
forcing them forward.
Damage at
Robbie
the back
nowhere
of
to
it
run,
as
nowhere to
well, so you
hide.
don't have many
Wood has
places
made
to
this
stand.
site completely unholdable from that
Very
position.
nice.
Kadavra makes a go of it, but Heretics play it back in beautifully.
Yeah, just the ult filled up all of this, and then they had damage, I think? Maybe damage closer.
Where this tail ult was going to be used it appropriately. I really didn't like
A rare good tail ult, yeah.
push into CT. Usually
People always do them like reactively though, and this is the better way to do it. You want to combo it with something, push them out into an area. Like those two there are dead, by the way. Like if they wait a little bit longer before they swing, I'm pretty sure. I think they touch together the two bits of damage. Money's out of control again.
6-1 now. Heretics almost doing the same sort of scoreline, right back to Gentlemates that we saw on map 1, obviously ending in at 13-4. But for now, Heretics look well prepared here. This seems like a show of force as well. No
I suppose to jump this trip, right?
A lot of interest over towards this north side by Dish. Rien's waiting.
Okay, we got contact punch set up over towards Dish.
Nice little idea where Boo would take contact if he hits anything.
Wait, that is a nice trip.
They just double swing and kill all the.
Yeah, this is good. We have double trap set up. One towards Dish that got cancelled, and then we have contact into swing from heaven. Yeah, don't really need to swing when you got the first kill as well. Benji didn't go for it. Big 1v1 at A main.
Brilliant mechanics from Heretics.
I think there's a lot of these micro plays. Like, I don't know how they come up with them, but I think that I would imagine the players are kind of working on these together in some
just like server time,
just little ideas. They're not big. Just I face here and then you swing off me kind of ideas.
Lovely. Big info coming in. Kind of forcing the hand here, clear through the site. We're away, but Heretics aren't far. They are actually playing ahead of these smokes. The drop down comes in. Woot, Rien's perfectly shoulder to shoulder. Kadavra is irrelevant. It's 3 alive here.
This looks like a nightmare to play against.
Look from Heretics. These guys look sharp. It looks
hard to play against this.
Totally different from map 1, where they looked kind of stunned out of the server. Kadavra's options are pretty much zero. The spike is so deep within
if they want to do this,
it ain't gonna happen. Mini, this is the Heretics.
I don't want to say 4-1 because obviously they lost one. Like this 3-1. We've seen a couple of rounds where they're like heavy going through Dish. If they're gonna do that, this person's pushing through the whole time, so they need to pressure A main way more.
They know they're coming out.
They need to actually like do a split, a 3-2, or even just like a 2-3.
Just get ahead of it. what are they going to do? They got to jump down some tier choke.
And watching it again, as you said, there's those
It looks like a
small setups,
nightmare
those kind
to
of
play
like
against. It really
swings
does.
on contact,
We got some
off
great stuff
angles
here from Heretics.
It's really, and I think you're right. It's one of the biggest strengths that does get overlooked quite a lot because it's very easy to see the bigger picture sometimes and not see those little, tiny setups back and forth that they have that just work wonders for them.
The Sky, I mean, yeah, they're just getting info everywhere. And everyone knows the reactions. This is going to hit a lot harder. Like, sorry, it's going to hit a lot less harder once you see a demo. You can work out pressure here, they're going to drone here, etc. Like when they lose heaven, they're going to go to this crossfire kind of stuff.
This is a really strong A main hold.
A little bit desperate from mates, to be honest. I know they got to do something big
Alright, Zico.
in a round where they've only got one Vandal, but solo click without much support might not be the one.
No, and Heretics are going to get more confident. Again, you're seeing this now. You know, the sort of bar you're up against. Look at it. Where are you meant to go? Well, Minnie's going to at least get one on re-ends, but...
Blocking vision.
Who hit that?
Yeah,
all good. Not going to be 5 alive for Heretics, but pretty much, as Mini does at least recover a rifle. And he's got a 1v4. Is it Spike? But this crossfire again, unpleasant. And that's why. Boom.
Very, very nice.
Comfortable, no problems there. And another round for Heretics.
Yeah, I think if mates wanted to do something on A main,
Just send it, man. Just give me a A split fast or something, but go heavy dish at the beginning. And then once you take dish control, take A main control, and then send it.
No Click is going to isolate himself, dashing past those salvos.
Yes.
Feels a, yeah. I mean, it was a hero Vandal round. I don't want to be.
The cards are extremely biased. Yeah, that mini guy, man. I'm telling you.
I'm going to look back at the veto from
I knew he would be.
To release their Apex game and
Yorgamo, what's up, dude? How you doing?
Fracture 2, because this doesn't feel anywhere near as high up as the previous, but again, we do see the operator back out now. Miniboo did get punished before, but this time you can see what he can achieve with it. A little bit more passive on the angle, a little bit less aggressive on the approach, but Zipan looking to try and maybe avenge his fallen teammate, but it looks like a single endeavor, no spacing or trading to it. Benji finds his corner of safety and waits for the next target, but I don't think he clocked the other player just next to him there. So down to 3,
look at the
Robbie
info,
gets to
there's
live,
Palmer
and it's
info.
Kadavra to find Benji. Information was flowing between all of them.
Okay. This is the best chance at getting another round so far.
Though. Hold on, Mini
Yeah.
trying to turn the screws here, trying to be the one
Nice
to
shots.
take the fight and take down some more of these players. Rien is oh, Mini Boo, I missed that man. Stunning shots, but it is down to the one.
How much actual HP has he got? 15, 20?
He was taken down so low there for a second. He will get to back away. Mini's been on a tear.
50.
Rien's
tank
got to
one
walk
bullet.
back in. 50 HP. And Mini, the angle, nasty. Is it prepared?
Oh!
Get out of
And he
here,
does
Rien.
tank one bullet as well, bro. What a
Of
shot.
course you
Dude,
hit
Mini Boo's
that.
playing really well, by
Just
the way. Like,
ruining
aim-wise.
Mini's attempt at a second round
playing
there
so
for
well.
Gentlemates, but it will make 9
really
for
sick shot.
Heretics.
Yeah, Rien's once again with a massive clutch.
K&M, how we doing, bro?
Beautiful clutch from
Thank you
Rien.
so much, brother. Thank
I
you,
think
thank
that
you.
the productivity
Gifting to
from Mates
Jorgamo as well.
is
Love that.
again
Thank you so much,
beautiful.
dude. Appreciate the
They
gifted.
kind of made a very hard round winnable. But yeah, again, just Rien's. I think
We do have a timeout coming in from Gentlemates, so, you know, they're hitting a bit of a brick wall here. I was going to try and take a look back at the previous veto just to kind of get a glance at, you know, when this was removed, you know, how
God, look how many ults
will
they
they
got.
be looking to even lean towards this, and that's always kind of tricky to figure out.
sorry, the point I completely forgot. The point I was going to make about this round was that Heretics are a team that are very good at reading the rhythm of the game.
Okay.
Last round, they shut down the A main and then knew that we had just solo whoops by himself, grabbing an orb. Like,
Yeah.
in what universe are you allowed to just go whoop up into a dangerous spot and just take an orb? And they played the 3 on B, and then
Can you
completely.
explain how this is
completely
possible from a
read
mental
Mates like a book.
perspective? As in, like, getting boomed on one map and wrecking another map. Dude, everyone knows from, like, practice that each map is different.
From before when we saw Gentlemates up
Like,
against Apex,
like, you just know. And, like, it's the same thing as when you, like, get wrecked in a half.
It is low down.
You had some good practices on that map, you know you can come back.
Veto, I think, up against a team like Heretics.
Like, we should all be judging every team, like, per maps as well.
So we'll see.
That's why you can't really judge a team from just, like, a best of 3. Because you should be like, well, they're at least good or bad on these 3 maps.
It's the fun of kickoff where nobody really knows where the strengths of each other's maps.
Like, you watch Gentleman's on that first map, that was incredible. You watch them on this, I don't even think they're doing that bad. I think it's the first time you go up against this, it's going to be a nightmare to play against. It's, yeah, each map is its own beast. Ooh, it's funny because they copied a lot of the Fnatic stuff, but you can just tell it needs more time.
See the ults coming in, forcing them away here. Miniboo gonna find Click. Riensta's go down because of the creep from Mini. Again, Mini has been the one man to try and put up some numbers here.
Mini might be
Zipan
one of the flexes to watch out for.
Takes away Benji. The spike still yet to cross though. That's with Mini.
Daniel, thank you so much for the prime, mate. Appreciate the 14 months.
They have time to play here. They don't have
That's
to
the
do
EMEA
everything
team
right now.
I don't know, man. It's hard. I'm still gonna go with Heretics, but let's wait a little bit.
Expected to follow up Mini. God, this feels like feast or famine between these two. Oh my God, Wood.
Nice shot.
It's purely cosmetic. I tell you,
very nice on this as well.
It
was like one of their better chances also. Anytime they looks like they're kind of close to winning a round, someone just gets like a double kill that maybe shouldn't as well.
Individual brilliance from at the end of Heretics there. I do want to point out though, it's a 10-1 scoreline, but that's the kind of round
that was sick as well.
I don't want to see from a Heretics that's looking for internationals. I feel like 4 ults and we're playing our weak side B on site. I think that's not an acceptable way to play this map. I think we need to be off site playing for retakes. I think against weaker teams like this where we think we're better than them, that's going to work. But you play against some of the best teams in the world, I don't think that's...
Yeah, they go for this push again, last rounds. Kind of reaction.
And I think you're right to ask
sending
Heretics,
it one away.
Things, right? You want that level to come through consistently to an extent, right? Is it going to be every single round of every single game? No.
This is a problem though. Every time they have like some kind of pressure, something like this is happening. Skydog just clears all of this. Raze for sure can start rotating. Now they can drone this side as well.
Contact made over towards the north side by Dish. NG.
And then they find the Cypher and you know that's the person lurking. Give me this Astra. So much going on at the same time. Or Observer.
Benji and Rienz. They are so well positioned. The information game, they are winning it. Mini has been heroic for this side at times, but this, again, unless mistakes are made, you're not going to see it really happen here. Benji dodging bullets, but he can't.
It's an incredible half as well. So we got an incredible Abyss defense into this incredible Fractured defense as well. This double drone thing looks pretty cool. And when teams are grouping together like this, it's going to work. You need to like default more and have like 1-1-1-1-3 maybe, and just leave one open. And then that's not how you practice.
On the other side, of course, Gentlemates have a bit of an uphill struggle in front of them, but the man on the screen, if I'm not mistaken, we are fortunate enough to have some of his family in the audience and already a bit of a superstar. So as soon as I'm told we're ready for it, we'll be jumping down to a delightful interview with the man on the screen, well, mostly his parents.
This map, yeah, I saw that at the half.
An absolute superstar indeed. That is Robbie BK. I'm now joined by his mum and dad. Welcome to the Riot Games Arena. Now, I understand you were here last week as well to support him, so I wanted to ask you, what's it been like? Are you enjoying Berlin and also watching him in the games as well? I'll start with you.
Yeah, I love it. When I see him, it's great. I think he works hard, and he wants to be a big player, so and an entertainer also, like me.
We love him. We love him.
Yeah, he's really great. We're very proud of him.
Of course, you have 3 sons and 2 of them are professional Valorant players, you know? So this is definitely not new to you. So I wanted to ask you, what have you learned perhaps from your boys, you know, about this world, about esports, competition and so on and so forth?
Yeah, well, we started as many other parents like, oh, playing games, that's not good. What are you doing? You have to go outside, finish your school. Yeah, but we grew into this and we saw he was really serious and we grew in this world and it's really fascinating.
Yeah, and he's great at it as well. I also wanted to ask how you guys embraced, I guess, the fans, the French fans in particular, because they love him as well. They really support him.
Yeah, a lot, very a lot. Gentlemates, we have first it was another. I think no, I don't know. Gentlemates is the fans are great. So for him, it's also good because he loves it a lot, and I think good support is very good. Also for us, but also for the. Yeah.
I hope you've learned the chant. I hope you learned the gentlemates. You know, we got.
Yeah, last week we did it. We did it.
Yeah, I love that. And last question. He seems to be the kind of guy that leads from the front, very passionate, very vocal. Has he always been like that? He likes that leadership role?
Yeah, he's been born like that. Even when he was very little, he's the entertainer at home. Yeah, he makes jokes. He's always making us laugh, and he's always in the front.
Now he's doing it on stage. Let's see if the gentlemates can make a comeback in the second half.
We'll see. I think my mind's on map 3, but I think you're right there. This man is truly
Chat, who
an
is his
impact
brother?
in the server,
Did you lot say in the
and
end?
of course out as well. Quite the
MBK.
personality to add through. You've had one of those before, personalities on your team, right?
I didn't realize his brother was a
Loud,
pro as well.
all the attention on them.
Annoying.
You said
Wait.
it, not me. You said it, not me. Yinzu's right there. She's going to jump up in a second.
She'd
Watch
agree
out.
with me.
Pistols,
Level
2-1.
Heretics
1-0 this map, obviously.
flexing a little here, showing us this map is very much in play for them. Sending a bit of a message, of course, out there to the rest of the regions too. Be keeping eyes on this team, I'm sure. Plenty to learn. And same can be said for Gentlemates, though. What can we see from them here? What do they have for us?
Proactivity outside of A main, and they might catch a timing here.
That's
Poor
nice.
Benji.
Oh,
He
it
just
took
arrived.
A little bit laboured to get Benji down, but that's fine. You take that. That's a man advantage. Now working forward towards a side. Cadaver.
Mini Boo's aim the whole map has been incredible. He is 16 to 3.
To find a little bit more, but still plants in.
Mates implied they're going to go for the flank with that A main push and just regroup towards CT. It could catch Heretics off guard here.
Certainly could.
Honestly, it might have gone too far.
As well, Mini Boo forced in. There was nowhere else for him to go. Really fight forward, and that was your option.
Shot.
Boo turns around and catches Mini.
When does
Yes, a 2v3
when
here.
does this come back up?
Zip and click. It's rough. What the dog doing? Oh dear. They're throwing all sorts out. It's like
Got
it's
so
just
much
Pokemon's
detail.
being thrown at
Got
them
Ash
now.
to suck fast.
Oh dearie me, Zipan, yeah, it's
Yeah,
wrap
what
it
can
up,
you
put
even
a
do,
bow on
man?
it, it's going to be 12. There's not too many ways to say it. And Wood's the one to seal it. 12 for Heretics.
Okay, well, 11 chances to close this out.
One
We're going to have to see
round
a
off from getting
full
us to
spine
map
defense.
3.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we were being critical, I think Cadaver and CT there needed to just stay alive for that retake. We got the advantage that we needed. This map, again, is all about those retakes. So if your weak side is just there to contain, delay, get information, and then stay alive, so that we can use the space that they've contained for the retake.
And whoever's on replays today, please clip Benji going hee-hee. Thank you very much. And send it over. Has good potential.
Absolute shot.
There's something really satisfying about just a sheriff shot like that. You got one for me?
Ooh,
No?
I thought that would have been good for one as well, really.
Do you mind?
Okay.
Okay, Robbie's done it though. That's fine. If we get a bit of a scrap on our hands, extend play a little bit. Why not? Throwing an entire menagerie in towards main. The dogs, the birds, all sorts.
Alright, nice round in the end.
Do the best he can.
I was about to make the point that this kind of situation, you're kind of aim training. You just want to get back into
yeah,
the
you
rhythm,
just duel
hit
people.
some shots again, and you know.
A lot of the
So
time,
they do.
even you're
Do
not
it.
believing in the comeback until you get like
Seen a
7
comeback
rounds.
Like this?
Well,
One.
probably.
They're
But maybe not
Nice
at
shots.
ECT.
Historically, there's got to be one. Imagine if it was a Fnatic game and, you know, both of us have got it. Who knows? No. What was the scoreline of your comeback, that one that everyone goes on about? I can't even remember.
11-3.
See, yeah, that's a lot. I've literally just opened Slicky's chat to see if anyone's got one for me. Now they're trying 10 chances. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Right, 10 chances. We need to get the...
It was funnier earlier when it was 12 chances for ADG. 10 is okay, but
Okay. Okie dokie. We go again. And it could be 9 chances.
could be.
it's classics.
Full eco, just for reference, on a full eco, I'd love to see them just walking around the map, collect these
Yeah,
orbs.
let's get the Razor
So
for next round.
Tree one's
I mean,
gone,
with a death,
Arcade
this is a
one's
Razor,
gone.
so it's good enough.
Just get as many as possible. Win condition on this map is these big ults. We've got a Razor and a tail ult that we can farm for.
Okay. Just having a little walk, collect some orbs. Nice day. Spin the camera. Call out they're coming my way. Cadabra flee. But this should be
Kinda nice,
right?
though.
Again, it is classics. If
Nay
they get a
close.
farm, that'd be
Wait,
impressive. If they get a
that was
kill
a
or
good
two,
stun.
cost them a weapon.
Nay close
cool.
and missiles deep.
But, very unlikely. Cadabra clean. This is nice for him. Again, it's confidence building as well. Woots. Ooh.
Hey,
Got a
take
little
that.
nervous confidence builder there.
All right.
Cadabra,
Problem
that's
now
fine.
is
Again,
up
you wanna-
against
you don't wanna feel like you're
Razor.
completely cold in this game, because there is still going to be map 3, of course. So you don't want it to feel like it's impossible to be getting these kills. So an extension of play here. How many chances, Minnie?
I'm
How
not doing that.
Wait, where's the pen?
There is a pen on here somewhere.
Free draw.
This isn't me.
No, you got to do it. Wait till the
No,
replay's
it's not,
over.
'cause
Go on,
it's
do it.
actually
do it,
hard
do
to
it.
do the handwriting.
Yeah, but I want to see you try. 9. Oh, is it 9 now? How many?
It's so horrible.
No, leave it at 9. Leave it at 9. We'll leave it there. It's gone. It's gone quickly.
I assure you that it's not easy to do.
It's not, but that information is huge. They managed to get a good spot towards the players on their north side in this 3-2
Ooh.
split here, but Miniboo posts that to God knows where.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, but they got hit by the fade eye, so they thought they were pushing to
Little bit
try
of a
combo
walk
kill
up.
through smoke.
I mean, Robbie's going to get the trade on that. Boo going to keep things moving forward. They pretty much have that B site now open and available, but they didn't expect Click, and I think Click's a little... it's his 3rd kill. Leave the man alone. This has been a really topsy-turvy round already, and he keeps going. I feel like he could have fallen off that and kept
Oh,
the
they have
pressure
no
for the
idea.
most part potentially, but now Miniboo trying to do the same
Well.
sort of thing. This 3v3 could be all but over, because they have no idea that Miniboo is creeping around the corner. 1, 2, and a
He had an
third.
absolute game.
Miniboo
Yeah,
gets
20
this
to 6.
one done at 13-3. Pearl is what we are waiting on, though. This map didn't look there yet for Gentlemates. For Heretics, it feels high up, but you don't want to miss how this one ends.
Okay, one dominant map into another dominant map.